Witch Hat Atelier was an absolute treat to watch. Such amazing themes, characters, a beautifully drawn epic, and of course, its opening is no exception, which is what we will be covering today, that being Win's Anthem featuring Suis by Eve, which Eve has done a plethora of amazing anime openings over the course of their career. There's a good amount to talk about with this one in particular, so let's get right into it. That string work coming in the beginning.
Kaze no tsute ga hakonde kurenu tsuki ni odoreba yoru ni somaru mado kaku hodo ni mitasarenai
Just let it go.
kono shunkan ga ushikute
Mada wakaranai nayoeru kohitsuji no you Nanimono demo nai
Wow.
tokubetsu de wa nai you de Asu ga hoshikatta tadoru beku sekai no yoru waketo
声が響く君と君のいつかをつなぐ運命の夜重なり合う共鳴のアンセムわずかな祈りだ君を
So why was that just one of the best minutes of music? Well, let's break it down. Again, this opening perfectly gets you ready for the type of one show and just type of song this is gonna be. Because there's that like flute string work in there with like the guitar, which gives you like this fantasy feel. But then it goes kind of poppy. There's bass in there too?
風のつてが運んでくれぬ月に踊れば夜に染まる窓
Dude, the vocal phrasing, when it's done well, which I can't think of a time it isn't done well, it's kind of the job of people making these songs. I mean, I could think of some anime openings that I don't enjoy, but the emphasis on just those hits, just like, like I can't even replicate it.
書くほどに満たされないこの瞬間が惜しくて
まだわからない迷える子羊のよう何者でもない特別ではないようで
And then just Sui's voice coming in here, which Sui from Yorishika, which Yorishika, oh man, I could go on a tirade about them as well. Great stuff. With Eve's voice, it just seems so effortless how easily he sings, but you know, it's just that just comes with a lifetime of just vocal training. But then Sui coming and just right on beat and just continuing it on, and there's just like this extra voice in there.
夜に染まる窓書くほどに満たされないこの瞬間が惜しくて
まだわからない迷える子羊のよう何者でもない特別ではないようで明日が欲しかったたどるべき世界の夜明けと
Cool. So why is that my favorite part of this whole song? That segment. To be able to do that with your voice. Now, obviously for certain trained professionals in the art, like it sounds good, but just for me, like I rarely hear such a progression like that where it's just
迷える子羊のよう何者でもない特別ではないようで
because it's kind of like jumping around the page, but it is like this. It's not anything new, obviously. I mean, at this point in music, nothing's really new. It's just taking what's established and playing with it. And this song, doing that in strides. And just for the story of the song, you can definitely say that Eve's voice kind of operates as maybe Keyfree in the story, whereas Sui maybe operates as Coco. Just, you know, the balance of those two characters. And especially when we have Sui's voice here, there's like these extra voices in the back, which could be Witch Hat Atelier and Agot. It's just a lot you could play with that.
まだわからない迷える子羊のよう何者でもない特別ではないようで明日が欲しかった
And I completely forgot about to talk about the next part. Just like the da 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 da. In the opening itself, it's that part where you see the Knights Morales like twirl the thing, and it's like that's the perfect visualization for that. The da 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 da.
明日が欲しかったたどるべき世界の夜明けと
声が響く君と君の
I love a good vocal lead that like takes us into just the crescendo.
声が響く君と君のいつかをつなぐ運命のような重なり合う共鳴のアンセムわずかな祈りだ君を誰より描いた希望も夢も命の色が輝く
その力がなくなっても
真横はないさ
不思議な日々を
Now that normally would be the end of the anime version, but nearly 10 minutes of recording for just a minute and a half of a song, because there's so many little things. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get everything, because we'd be here forever, but in truth, even then, I would still miss some stuff. Like, I'm so hard latching on to the vocals for this song, because to be fair, that's kind of more in my wheelhouse than a lot of the instruments, though the instrumental in this is so good as well. Though obviously the voice is what I love most about this song, I would love to hear an instrumental of it as well, just to really listen to a lot of those individual pieces. The harmony coming in.
叶い祈りだ君を誰より描いた希望も夢も命の色が輝く
その力がなくなっても
真横はないさ
Sui and Eve's voice are just, it's perfect unity, you know? And like, you almost have to take a second to realize like whose voice is kind of more on the dominant feature. They work together so well.
不思議な日々を
Now, let's get into new material. Ooh, that deep string.
アビスのリツキに強調いざなるほど誰かを幸せにしたいと願う心宿る線香それはまるで点と点がつながり美しく描く表現
愛しいと思えたそれだけで世界は満ちていく
Oh man, I could spend forever on that part, but I'll keep it relatively brief. But I kind of like that Eve is now singing what Sui's part was earlier, just with the da 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 da.
それはまるで点と点がつながり美しく描く表現
愛しいと思えたそれだけで世界は満ちていく
Oh, and then like the flute, like kind of harmonizing with her there, just the da.
満ちていく
It's so whimsical. Good acoustic work on the guitar.
ためらいも後悔の後もその全てを今抱きしめて
過去から未来へたどるべき世界の夜明けと魔法のように紡いでいく声が響く君の
The musical brain for this. My god. The tone is pretty much the same the whole time. Just this feeling of whimsy and almost like a campfire side feel, especially with the guitar and the string work.
その全てを今抱きしめて
過去から未来へたどるべき世界の夜明けと魔法のように紡いでいく声が響く君の
Back to that again.
足取りは確かなものへと
誰より描いた希望
小さな冒険が起き
push into like that chest voice.
夢の夜重なり合う共鳴のアンセムわずかな祈りだ君よ誰より描いた希望も夢も命の色が輝く
I didn't even acknowledge that we just had like an obligatory key change.
声が響く君とは君のいつかをつなぐ運命の夜重なり合う共鳴のアンセムわずかな祈りだ君よ誰より描いた希望も夢も命の色が輝く
その力がなくて
Dude, Sui at the end there, just giving us that beautiful, just...
その力がなくても
迷うことはないさ不思議な日々の
It just might be one of the best anime songs of the past several years. Definitely in contention for one of the best of the decade. Is there recency with it? I mean, yes, but also just, it's gonna age so beautifully. I really hope we get another combination of Eve and Sui for season 2s. That's such a mastery, you know, because it's one thing like people, like they write a song and then they just tack it on to whatever anime or whatever as an opening or an ending, but there's such a feeling of whimsy and childlike wonder which goes so well with the world of Witch Hat Atelier. And that's my biggest takeaway from this song. Like, obviously I gushed endlessly about the vocals in it, but again, that's more of my wheelhouse. That's what I studied a lot of the time, was the vocals. So though obviously I try my best to give praise to a lot of the instruments because that was amazingly well composed. The whole thing is just an amazing pot and blend of styles, and it deserves even more praise than what it's already gotten. Honestly, more music school should use anime music to train kids. I can't think of one kid who would listen to this, especially if they're training vocals and studying music, that wouldn't hear this and immediately be whisked away and not be inspired to pursue something like that, because I definitely am. Not saying I'm gonna immediately go into music school, but it's just it's so good. I'm gonna listen to it 100 more times and be amazed every time, and you should as well. But either way, this was Music Enthusiast Reacts to Wind Anthem by Eve featuring Sui. As always, leave any recommendations for music you'd like me to listen to down in the comments below. So thank you all for joining me on this. I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.